Hello and welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to show you how I stitch this together. So this is a composite. Here's our original shot. So taken with a wide angle, we can see that there's a blood moon up there. But what I've done is I've taken separate shots of the blood moon with my telephoto lens and we're going to combine them all together. Okay, so first thing we want to do is let's grab our base image. We're just going to edit that in Photoshop and then we'll bring in our moon photos separately. Okay, so here's my moon photos. So I've taken these with the telephoto, and what I want to do is crop them in nice and tight because we don't want all of this extra space that we have. So we do our quick edit first, and as you'll see, like the difference between our blood moon and our first moon, they're all going to be different. So edit all of your photos first just to get them looking very similar. And then what we're going to do is crop them all. So if I just press Control or Command and A, select all of my images, and I've just got different phases of the moon. Okay, so I think we've got 8 images all up, different phases. What I want to do is crop them in nice and tight, and I want to do it at a ratio of 1:1. 1:1 will be a nice square crop. So we want to try and get that in as tight as we possibly can without cutting off too much. And we'll do some more tidying up in Photoshop. With them all selected, what I'm going to do is come to Sync. Make sure you're not on check all. All I want to do is check none, and I just want to sync my crop, synchronize, because I've done different edits on all the moon. The light keeps changing with these moons, so each moon was edited slightly differently. Okay, so now we've got them all cropped in nice and tight, but you'll see that each of them will move around a little bit. So all I'm going to do is just move each one, get it roughly in the middle, just make sure our crops are all, so we've got our moon as close to the middle as possible. Okay, so now I've got all of my crops in the middle. So what I'm going to do is, now that I've done my crops, I'm just going to right click, edit in, and we're going to open as layers in Photoshop. Okay, so now we've got all of our layers loaded into Photoshop. So what I'm going to do is click on my top layer, hold my Shift key and select the bottom layer. Now, if you can't see all of the layers, you can move your layers panel. Okay, I've got another video on preferences and how I set it up. But yeah, if you can't see them all, just move this layers panel up and down until we can see them all. And then all we're going to do now is we're going to click and drag this one and then click and drag these layers onto our background. And that's going to place them all in the middle for us. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is close that layer. We don't need that anymore because we've got all of our moon shots on top of our background. Okay, so now that we've got them all lined up, what we want to do is start putting them together so they're all a very similar distance apart. So I'm just going to grab my move tool. I'm going to, with them all still selected, I'm just going to move this down into the bottom corner somewhere. You can even turn off the background at this stage if you like. Get them down in the bottom corner somewhere. Now, starting with the top layer, what I'm going to do is go through each layer, and then as I click them, so now I'm on my second layer. If I press Control or Command and T for transform, I'm just going to click and drag this until they sort of click into position. And you'll see these little purple lines appear. That means that it's in the center of the previous image. And I'm going to do that with each one. So as I work down these layers over here, Control or Command and T, that will let me transform and move. And I'm just going to line them up and have them all click together. So again, this is something I have set up in my preferences that they will click as I line them up. And I will see those little purple lines appear. Okay, so if you don't press Control or Command and T, you may just randomly grab a layer. So click on the layer that we want to move, just work our way down, and we're just clicking and aligning. Okay, so now all of our images are evenly spaced apart. Okay, so by using that method, they're all aligned diagonally. What we want to do now is put a bit of a bow in it, and this is the tricky part. There may be an easier and a better way, but I haven't found it yet. What I'm going to do, rather than use my background to try and line everything up, I'm going to click on the background, and then I'm going to come down to this little plus, and that's going to create a new layer. And then I'll come over to my brush tool. I'll make sure that I've got a black brush. So just X on the keyboard will alternate between black and white. And I'm just going to paint that black so then I can get a better look at my moons. Okay, so now that we can see them all a bit better, they're all evenly spaced apart. All I'm going to do is use my move tool. So I'm going to click up to the top left-hand corner, grab our move tool, and I'm going to work my way through each layer. Now, because I've got them evenly spaced apart, I don't want to move them left or right. I just want to move them up and down. So if I click on my second layer, which is this moon here, just by using my up and down arrow keys, I'm just going to put this one up a little bit, and I'm just going to work my way across. So I'm just going to click on each one and just use my arrow keys just until we get a little bit of a bend to them. But more importantly, we're not changing the spacing. They're all still evenly spaced apart. We can then create a bit of a bow to them. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. Doesn't have to be perfect. Somewhere around about there looks good. I tend to just eyeball it. Okay, so now that we've got them all with a little bit of a curve to them, we've got them all lined up, what I'm going to do is click on the top layer, hold my shift key, select the bottom layer, and then if we right click and go up to new group from layers, and we're going to keep this one just as it is, make it nice and simple. Okay, at any time that we don't like what we've done, like we might find that the curve doesn't look quite right, if we just click the little drop down, we can still see all of those layers. Okay, so for example, you know, I might want this one to come up a little bit more, this one to come up a little bit more. We can still play around with them, do some fine tuning, get them roughly where I want them. So that's probably the hardest part, is just trying to get the bow that you want to look nice. That's the way I do it. So now that they're all grouped together, what I'm going to do, I'm going to get rid of that black layer. We don't need that. So if I just click on that layer and press delete, now we've got all of our moons lined up, but they're not into position. So now if I click on that group, press Control or Command and T for transform, we can then move these around and start to do things. Okay, so I think they're a little bit too big. So I'm just going to grab this corner and bring it in a little bit. Just move them slightly into position. So if I go outside, I'll get those little arrow keys. That lets me transform it and just get it roughly where we want it. Okay, I still think they're a bit too big. I'll just bring them in a little bit smaller. Get them a bit more around about there is looking pretty good. Press the tick. And then we're just lining them up roughly where we want them. Okay, so the bow's looking fine. Everything's looking fine. And at any stage, we can just go back and readjust and do some fine tuning. Okay, next thing I want to do is, with that top group selected, or with our group 1 selected, I'm going to come up to our blending types, and I'm going to change it to screen. Okay, so screen does a good job, and that's not too bad where it is. But if we have a look in close, we can see that, you know, some of the areas that was black, it sort of hasn't blended in very nicely with our sky. We can see stars through the moon. So we're going to adjust a few things like that. Down here, it looks absolutely fine. But what we're going to do is we're going to just go that one step further. And what I'm going to do is, with group 1 selected, I'm going to press Control and J and make a copy. But this time I'm going to change our screen type to normal. So group 1 is our screen. Group 2 is our normal. Now what I want to do with that normal one, we're going to black it out for now. So with group 1 selected, and again, anytime we can just drop down this box, we can see all of those layers. But what I'm going to do is create a black layer mask. So if I hold the Alt key and select layer mask, that's now created a black layer mask on that top group. So I'm just going to zoom in a little bit. And what we're going to do, the reason I've done that is, like, the bottom moon's fine. These ones up here where we can see all of those stars coming through, if we click on that black layer mask, grab our brush tool, make sure we're on a white brush, so just alternate between black and white. Square bracket keys will make our brush bigger or smaller. And what I want is, I want my hardness down at around about 70%. Okay, and then again, just square bracket keys to get that brush as close to the moon size as possible. Okay, if you can't get it the same size as the moon, right click, and we can punch in the number of pixels. So let's try 450 pixels. That's pretty close. I reckon we could probably go up to 480 pixels. Okay, and that's almost perfect. Okay, I actually want it to be a little bit smaller, so let's go down to 470. Okay, now my little circle's inside the moon, which is what I want. So now if I just click in here, for example, it's going to start showing our normal layer. So if I do that inside each moon, okay, and because it's got a soft feather, it's going to slowly feather out towards the edge, and it's just going to make it look a little bit more natural. Okay, so this one here. Now this one here, I know that my I accidentally changed my telephoto length while I was shooting. So I'm just going to click inside. Okay, and the reason we still have that screen layer is because that will soften the edges, because the edges of the moon look quite nice as they are. And it'll just make the blend look a bit better, especially with these ones down here. Like that one we don't even need to do anything to. Okay, if I was to make that bigger, then all of a sudden it's starting to look a little bit unnatural. Okay, so that one I don't mind having that, you know, maybe just darken the middle of it a little bit. Okay, so that's roughly where I want it. Now what I'm going to do, the sky is too bright, and that's why we can kind of see those little bit of halos around the edge. So what I'm going to do, if I just sort of use these moons here as my example, if I click on my background layer, come down to our adjustment layers, and I'm just going to grab a curves layer. And if I grab this in the middle and bring it down, it's just going to darken down our background. And I'm just bringing that down until everything starts to blend together a bit more nicely. Okay, so somewhere around about there looks pretty good. So now those moons are blending in much nicer with our background than they were before. Okay, we've lost our foreground, so what we'll do is we'll grab our linear gradient. Make sure our linear gradient is on black to white, so just arrow keys here. Our linear gradient is going from black to white, and what we're going to do is start down the bottom, drag it up. That's going to black out the bottom half. And now our moons look much more natural than before. Okay, and we get rid of all that, the haloing around these moons, because our background is darker. Again, you can go through and tidy up. If we just, you know, clone out that moon, for example, we don't need that one there. Do your little adjustments. Because we have the groups here at any time, we can click on these groups and we can still see our originals. So if you find that, you know, the bow isn't quite right, for example, get your move tool. If we want to move this moon, for example, what we need to do is just find it in our layers panel and hold your control key and just remember to select both of them. So if you hold control, select that one as well. So then when we move it, it'll move both of those layers, okay, because we've got two layers there. Okay, if we want to move this moon, for example, just find it in your layer and then just make sure that you've got the same one selected, which is this one. And then when we move that one layer, it'll move both. Okay, and that's it for this video. So hopefully you did like it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. And hopefully I will see you out live in the field sometime soon. So thank you again for watching and see you soon.